I was born right after the Tiananmen Square massacre. I had to learn from Western media what happened to those courageous Chinese people who were killed that day, June 4th, 1989. That really shocked me. It has never existed in our generation's memories. I had a shift in my worldview and had the courage to doubt what I had been learning my entire life. It's a profound embarrassment to learn that your entire belief system was based on a huge lie. My name's Anastasia Lin. My Chinese name is Lin Yefan. I am a working actress, and I am Miss World Canada 2015 and 16. I entered the beauty pageant because I wanted to speak up for those people.
Anastasia Lin is an advocate for human rights in China.
Anastasia Lin.
Lin is an outspoken critic of China's human rights record.
I feel like I'm just putting one foot in front of another. I never look at myself like a human rights activist. Chinese people and Western people live in two different worlds. I consider myself to be Canadian, and also I grew up in a Chinese environment. Chinese people consider I'm Chinese. I'm stuck in the middle. There's a lot of things in my childhood that I still cannot really understand. We were taught songs that had lyrics about how the Communist Party is closer to you than your own mother. The Communist Party is always glorious, righteous, and great. Always believe them. The party is good for you. Educate ourselves. Denounce our enemies. You should always strive for being aligned. I was elected as a student leader, and I taught to discourage their private personalities to make their whole being assimilate to the communist ideology. I became an agent for the state to persecute my fellow Chinese. Report to teacher, whoever is not in line. And I didn't know better. I wouldn't have done that if I know the truth. And they're still doing it today. My mother wanted to bring me out of China because of that. Because she thinks that that environment cannot be healthy for a child. And she wanted me to grow up in a society that has dignity and be free to be who I am. My parents got divorced, and my mom brought me to Canada. The change that I experienced didn't happen overnight. It happened over a course of quite a few years. A lifetime of indoctrination is not easy to shed. The Communist Party wants absolute control of the hearts and minds of Chinese people. After I came to Canada, I learned the Chinese Communist Party has a few buttons that people can push. The Tibetans, the Uyghurs, the Falun Gong, House Christians, Taiwan, and Tiananmen Square. I went online and searched all those topics. I was most shocked when I watched the video of Tiananmen Massacre. Chinese people tried. Everybody came together. In my 13 years of experience in China, I'd never really seen Chinese people willing to risk their lives for other people. But on that day, they were rescuing the students with bullets flying around them. It gave me a new understanding, new appreciation for my countrymen. I knew that I had to go to the Miss World competition. Why a beauty pageant? I thought that's a great way to raise awareness
This heritage of freedom, I pledge to uphold for myself and all mankind. And that is why I'm fighting for what I think is right.
Chinese people are not living happily and freely like they should be. And that's why they're scared of me going to China.
Anastasia Lin's been barred from a beauty pageant there.
Canada's entrant in the Miss World contest
stopped from entering mainland China.
I'm not welcome to the country anymore.
Ask the Chinese government, why is it afraid to let in a beauty queen?
They don't want me to go there and encourage Chinese people to speak up. They don't want me to go there to offer them hope. They don't want me to go there and then the Chinese people can look at their daughter on the screen and say, perhaps we can be less afraid because she is not. For communists, that's a terrible thing. When you speak your mind, the Communist Party is going to go after you. They will always use your family member as leverage to silence you. My father was threatened in China by the state security force. I got a message from my dad saying that I should stop talking about human rights or my family's gonna face consequences. He was very scared and I felt very vulnerable. My father didn't speak to me for a very long time. At one point, I thought he was not proud of me anymore. And then he sent me this key as a gift. The key means that they cannot destroy a father's love for a daughter. The care we have for each other, no matter how hard they try. I spoke the truth. In the past 6 decades, Chinese communists tried very hard to insert fear, hate in the Chinese people's mind and heart. They made us hate each other. They made us fight each other, different social class to fight each other, destroy our traditional culture. But there's a truth that they cannot take away. And I know that it's in the Chinese people's heart. And one day they will discover it. They will confront the crimes of the Communist Party.